Today in the grain market, soybeans were lower. There's no new headlines to really feed the bulls right now, so the market kind of pulled back somewhat. The markets are still in the same channel that it's been in really in the last couple of weeks. Now, if you think about it, a year ago, the soybean market was right at the 808 level, which is astonishing to think of where we are right now. Even corn was at $3 and wheat was at $4.94. That just tells you how far we've come in a year, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult to continue to rally without really, further news or more indication that there is going to be like a tighter squeeze going forward. But there has been, just a little bit of a lower open interest and a dip in the volatility, really, which was kind of a surprise for soybeans. But it just seems more like a lot of traders are just positioning at this point. Now, corn was up somewhat. I mean, China did make a pretty sizable purchase here, and this is certainly ahead of tomorrow's meeting in Alaska, perhaps that they're just kind of showing some goodwill. Either way, it still, gave that corn market a little bit of a boost. I think that right now corn is the leader as we're sitting here comfortably above that 550 mark and closer to a new high than really any other commodities or any other grains right now. But the talk is now that managed funds really won't be adding to their position until early April, which means they're going to be waiting for the USDA report coming at the end of the month. So it looks like we could have a little more choppy trade, but the corn did look pretty strong today. Wheat was down today. I think the Russian export policy is kind of uncertain. We had the up and down movement because the announcement that they were going to stop the tariff, and then they said, well, we're not sure. And so it's kind of like pulled wheat completely out of the downtrend. It started to pop back up, but we really gave back about half of yesterday's gains. I think it's sending the market into this consolidative stage right now. Open interest did continue to rise, so that just shows that there's still some optimistic that the market's going to be moving down the road. But perhaps the better weather and the moisture that's really helping the winter wheat may put a cap on any kind of significant rally, of course, unless corn and soybeans really starts to get ahead of steam here. But now that we are kind of, headlines driven day to day until certainly planting intentions and the grain stocks report come on March 31st. But it's still 2 weeks away. So there's going to be a lot of days of trading before then. But I think that right now that we're relatively steady in these markets, and it's going to be choppy for the next week or so.